the first 2 hours. It was around 9:30 on this sad Friday morning when Jesus was nailed to the cross. The news spread through Jerusalem that Jesus had been arrested that night and was now already being crucified at Golgotha. The news spread like wildfire, and many inhabitants of Jerusalem came to see. By 11 o'clock, more than 1,000 people had gathered to witness the crucifixion of the Son of Man with their own eyes. During all these terrible hours, there were also many spiritual beings from the entire universe who came to witness how their Creator slowly died the death of a creature, as a condemned criminal, in a humiliating manner nailed to a cross. Close to the cross alternately stood Mary, Ruth, Judas, John, Salome, and a group of sincere female believers, including Mary Magdalene, throughout the crucifixion. These women and other friends of Jesus remained silent as they observed his great patience and strength, powerlessly gazing at his intense suffering. Many inhabitants of Jerusalem, or pilgrims who were in the city for the Passover, came to watch, and most of them mockingly shook their heads and said scornfully, "You who wanted to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days, you can't even save yourself. If you are God's son, why don't you come down from the cross?" About 10 accusers from the Sanhedrin, who had also gone to Golgotha, explained to the public during these hours what a great danger Jesus had posed to Jewish tradition and how he had publicly blasphemed against God. They incited the crowd to mock him by making fun of Jesus with remarks like, "He saved others, but he can't save himself," or, "If you are the king of the Jews, come down from the cross, and we will believe in you." And later, they mocked him even more, saying, "He trusted in God and thought that God would deliver him. He even claimed to be the Son of God. Look at him now, crucified between 2 murderers." And even those 2 bandits mocked him and shamed him. Jesus did not respond to their malice. This humiliation lasted until about noon, as the curiosity was satisfied, and most of the spectators returned to the city to eat. Less than 50 people remained at the crucifixion site. The soldiers were now preparing to eat their midday meal and drink their cheap sour wine as they settled in for the long death watch. While drinking their wine, they mockingly toasted Jesus, saying, "Hail and prosperity to the King of the Jews." And they were amazed at the tolerant expression of their victim, especially since they had never seen so many spectators at a cross, spewing more than an hour's worth of negative energy towards their victim, mocking and ridiculing him. When Jesus saw them eating and drinking, he looked down at them and said, "I am thirsty." When the captain of the guard heard this, he took the sponge stopper from the wine jar, soaked it in wine, attached it to the end of a spear, and carefully lifted it up to Jesus so that he could moisten his dry lips. Jesus had set a goal to live without resorting to his supernatural power to protect his human body. He passively experienced how his body slowly shifted through the various survival modes, and he felt his life force slowly draining away. He had lived as a human, and now he was experiencing a terrible death process, but he endured it to fulfill the will of the Heavenly Father.